Ryu has the Shoryuken, and Luigi has a Shoryuken of his own, but I associate Ryu a lot of that kind of neutral, the kind of Hadouken, the Shatsunetsuku, all that sort of thing. So we'll see how fast-paced this matchup is. I would expect Ikan to kind of play a bit more passive. Meanwhile, Luugi will do Luugi things.
Yeah, we can just see both of them already feeling each other out a bit. And I think that's the scary part, right, is that it's always really slow-paced in Luugi sets until he gets in. And then the moment that he gets in, it just, never mind 0 to 60, it's 0 to 600 with this guy. He's so good at just taking any hit and making it the most valuable thing you've ever seen, from worthless to priceless in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, Ryu has pretty strong frame data, all things considered, but Luigi has some interesting pressure and frame data of his own. And you see there Luugi kind of dancing and weaving around Ikan's shield, trying to figure out something, but nice little ledge trap situation here. Decent damage there, air dodging through. Oh, some pressure here from Ikan.
Yeah, and we can see, I'm loving a lot of these short hops in neutral just to really deter the grab, right? It's the anti-grab game. That's going to be really vital. I'm managing to get in with the kill confirm, and that was a big thing when we were talking about, people were talking about Luugi's run at Battle of BC5, and we were noting that some of the big differences between the way the US seems to play and the rest of Europe, oh my goodness, lovely confirm there. But the difference is how they have that game plan about simply avoiding the grab.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're really seeing from Ikan. However, sometimes against Luugi.
And what is the confirm there? Uncharacteristic flub there from Luugi. I can get a bit of damage. Nearly landed a second focus attack. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh, it didn't quite land the downer.
And that's the thing, right, is that Ikan has already labbed out these situations where, knowing that focus attack, if Luugi decides to go for that super jump punch, it will just absorb it, and then you can go from there. And even, it's just so interesting to see, because obviously these two I don't believe have played before, but we can already see that there's been research done into this matchup, right?
Yeah, there's a few layers to this, because obviously Luugi wants to get his gloves all over Ikan, and therefore wants to be up close. But of course, Ryu is no stranger to having confirms into kills from up close too. So this might be the battle of the advantage state. And two stocks apiece flying, and it feels like the game's only just started.
Yeah, we can see two already, just 32%. But this is where things get scary. You can see Ikan really happy to just stay around on under. He loves that platform, and he's going to be utilizing it as much as he can in this matchup, where one interaction can spell death. The auto turnaround saving him there, making Luugi once again in disadvantage here, stuck on the platform, and air dodge down, back throw as well. This is looking a little spicy for Luugi at the moment.
The corner pressure there from Ikan, looking like IRL Street Fighter, gets the one hit of the focus. Oh, what's the confirm? Of course, how would it end any other way? Surely you can.
Luugi just missing a couple of key confirms there as well. We saw it in that second stop where there was a borderline 0 to death, and in that situation right there where realistically it should have been Luugi with the game win, and Ikan, of course, doing a wonderful job at making the most of those opportunities. Yeah. But a Luugi on form doesn't give those opportunities.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like there were I'd say maybe 3 or 4 chances where Luugi kind of went for the big sort of confirm, and Ikan got maybe a couple of punishes off the focus attack, but when it's like last stock at kill percent, it can spell doom. And Luugi is absolutely will never be shy to press basically the trigger. You know, he's not someone who's like a Jigglypuff player who won't rest, or because it's not sure if it's going to hit. If Luugi thinks there's a chance that the up B will connect or the down B will connect or something, he will release the trigger, which means that his execution needs to be perfect, and Ikan will take advantage if it's not perfect.
And we can see already Luugi just having to deal with this platform-based gameplay from Ikan at the moment, keeping him stuck on the ledge. 80% already on the board, a much faster pace than I think I was expecting here. I like the fact that Ikan, of course, being able to pressure a little bit with the projectiles, but for the most part, he is more than content to go in and go toe-to-toe and scrap with Luigi.
Yeah, I feel like he's using stage control really well. It really does feel like a traditional fighting game in some sense when you see the way Ikan's playing with Ryu, because he's not letting Luigi kind of get back for free, getting a lot of damage. And corner pressure here. Oh, but no edge guard. Oh, I love that, Joycey. I love it. He killed himself as like, I can't live, but you're coming with me.
I was going to say, we'll suffer the same fate, brother. Excellent awareness there from Luugi in that situation. And another tight conversion there from Ikan. But of course, he is at that deadly 0%, where one grab can just spell the end. And again, just look at this platform movement. Ikan knows what the biggest kill confirm is, and it is that dastardly plunger, as he might be about to find out the hard way, and he does, and that is why we were in Smash 64 playing board the goddamn platforms, because when you fail, this is the result that you get.
And that was it, just one little slip up from Ikan there, a spot dodge being called out from a pivot grab from Luugi, and it spelled his demise. Oh, but is it going to spell demise again? Not quite. And that is the thing about Luugi. The scary thing is the crowd gets excited when Luugi hits a nair from ledge, because we know, we've seen against people like Meister, that Luugi can confirm that. Can confirm into up B from pretty much anywhere.
That's one of the scariest part about Luugi in particular, and it's something that I've not really seen from any other Luigi. Just instead of just those traditional, grab into death or down throw into death, Luugi will just find these confirms from pretty much out of nowhere. Like, he'll look down the back of the sofa and he'll find a 20-pound note. He's got that kind of just, he gets a little and he just makes the most out of it.
It's brilliant stuff, but Ikan, a great little parry confirmed there into a Shoryuken, and it still feels relatively close here, all things considered, unless, is this a down special? The DI maybe didn't matter in the end. Ikan getting finished off there. A classic kill confirmed from Luigi. Luugi on the board.
It's so much easier as well in that situation when you can go for that down B instead, because obviously the multi-hit's going to be able to deal with the focus attack effectively.
Yeah,
whereas up B, of course, only being a single hit means that, if Ikan is on the ball and gets that out just in time, it's going to be Luugi that takes an even meatier punish.
Yeah,
but
it's iconic sometimes, the down throw into the Cyclone, the down special from Luigi, because it can be a little bit tricky to DI sometimes. You don't quite know where you're going to be spat out. I think maybe with good DI, I think it still would have killed there. There's an iconic clip, I think, previously from Luugi. He was playing against, I think, Curry Governor. He does the down throw into the Cyclone, and I think it's B-Lit in the crowd who just points, like, DI that way, please, and then pops off when he DIs in the correct way.
I remember that. I remember that really well. It can be a really difficult move to DI, but again, it's not going to deter Ikan. However, this might deter Ikan here. A 70% combo, a little cheeky waveland on the platform. It doesn't do much, but it stalls that bit of fear.
I love a little bit of a cheeky waveland during a combo. Oh! And again, with these players, we talk about small margins. I feel like in this matchup in particular, it feels like those small margins will get punished the biggest. And Ikan there tattooing straight into a Shoryuken of his own. And now, of course, the crowd chanting, is this mid-set coaching? Chanting board the platforms? I think Ikan already knew. I think he already knew.
It's wild as well, right? Because we see this quite a lot in game one of sets, where it's very clear that Ikan had this very set game plan that he was going to use against Luugi. Again, that platform movement we've spoken about time and time again. And it feels as if Luugi, it was working as Luugi in game one, but of course, when you're playing an opponent as good as Luugi, they are going to be able to make those adjustments. And I feel like that's what we've seen here. Even not getting those classic 0 to deaths, you're still going to be dying to these ridiculous confirms. And with a 3-1 lead, it feels like Ikan has got to make some drastic adjustments of his own.
Yeah, it felt like these two in these first two games were really kind of feeling each other out. But I feel like Luugi has figured out what needs to be done. The execution's slightly off, and Ikan will punish accordingly. It's just so back and forth. A small error will lead to your demise, and Ikan finds that out the hard way.
I thought we were safe, Moke. I thought we were safe. He messes it up the first time, and he's like, oh, no, let me show you another route that I can go.
It's ridiculous. It's like, not only do you mess up the kill confirm, you get it, not just like a few interactions later, it's like within 2 seconds. You don't get time to breathe. Don't really time to do anything, really.
Honestly, just Luugi, just a breathtaking player to watch, and his gameplay is so electrifying and it's so quick. And if you're not ready for it, and to be honest, even if you are ready for it, it's just, you've got to be ready to jump on that train that's going at a bullet's pace.
Yeah, I feel like Ikan, in those first two games, there was little moments where Ikan was, as we say, playing board the platforms. And Luugi was just playing kind of like leaning into that, kind of jumping around, throwing a few fireballs of his own, playing a little bit passive before they went in. And I feel like during that time, Luugi was watching Ikan's movement, and I feel like something's been learned. I feel like the adaptation to what Ikan was doing in that first game went the distance. Hollow Bastion's the pick. Only the one platform to hide away on. But 2-1 here to Luugi.
Yeah, Ikan just being able to have that center platform, keeping that center stage as well. However, it doesn't matter when Luugi's got these excellent conversions. I love that SDI towards Luigi. That is the way you're supposed to SDI out of those combos, but you're still going to take 60%. It is definitely a lesser of two evils situation.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, right? It's like, even if, we've said it before for so many Luugi sets, that even if he messes up the kill confirm, it feels like you still get so much percent. And speaking of kill confirms, an aerial kill confirm there from Ikan, getting the up air into the Shoryuken. Was there a jump? There was not, but there was for Luugi. Makes it back.
Really excellent awareness there from Luugi to drop down with the back air and then just hover in Ikan's range. Just because if he up Bs, he can just jump back, and if he doesn't, he's still got the jump anyway. It's, you know, pure option select.
Yeah, that's crazy from Luugi there. It was a case of if one of these characters didn't have a jump, they were dead. And it was Luigi who survives. But even Stevens at the moment, 2 stocks apiece. Oh, and they're playing around each other's shield. It's so crazy because it feels like they're going for these safe confirms. But if there's any little slip-up from either of them, oh God, where are you going?
Speaking of little slip-ups, this could turn into quite the major slip-up.
Shout outs to Dev Data.
Oh my goodness, what a throwback. But certainly at the moment here, very, very delicate neutral being played. Ikan just throwing Luugi off, trying to get some kind of ledge trap started here. A wonderful get-up attack. Noticing as well that Ikan's been going for a lot of these short hop nairs, and it auto-cancels perfectly, and trying to catch it maybe with the get-up attack. And even though it wasn't that exact option, Luugi had it covered anyway.
Oh, I think we saw the starting animation of the plunger just coming out there from Luugi. And Ikan, I'm afraid that the startup a little bit slow. You will get Shoryu'd. Oh God, what's happening?
Oh my goodness, and again, Ikan just being aware
oh my gosh.
of the traditional kill setups. However, that weak nair, again, is the bread and butter of Luugi at those kill percents. You get hit by that weak nair at 90%, you are as good as dead.
And I gotta say, I agree with the crowd. It is in fact one more down throw potentially here from Luugi. A little tease with the plunger, and here we go. Here it comes, Joycey, is it? It's not yet. Oh, we're not going again.
No, just 51%, and Ikan extending his lead just a
jump.
little bit.
Jump's gone. Oh, the misfire is so huge. I think the jump was gone, Joycey.
Yeah, I think it was. Big. Oh, and it's always the luck of the Luigi main just being able to conjure that misfire just at the perfect moment. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Ikan, it's game 5, Moke.
Wow. It feels like the momentum has been firmly with Luugi for I think the kind of explosive way that Luugi tends to kill will always kind of make it feel like the momentum's in his favor, but Ikan is there, ready for a slip-up. Game 5, this is crazy.
Ikan's just as explosive as well, man. Like, just, you know, in a similar vein to Luugi, where Luugi can kill off 1 or 2 interactions, Ikan can as well. And, you know, there have been some real beautiful moments where there have been these scramble situations. There was that scramble in the middle platform, I think, stock 2.
Yeah, there was a Zair coming out, there was a spot dodge, there was a focus attack, and then it eventually ended up in a down throw into a cyclone or something. Yeah, everything happening so fast.
But Ikan has just shown that even in those scramble situations, and again, with a character like Ryu, you're going to be in them so often, but just being able to either make the most of it or get out of there and reset to neutral. And it seems like he's picking the right option, a good at least 80% of the time.
So true, and here we go. It's game 5 winners finals, people. Can Luugi defend home turf? Ikan, the sole American here in top 8. Gotta say, both these players, they've carried momentum in this set in their own ways at different times. But here's Luugi starting off as he means to go on. A quick 0 to death.
I've got to say as well, particularly with Luugi in that situation, there was a point where there was a slight pause between the combo, almost as if he reacted to if he got the right hitbox, and then just reacted beautifully in time and just continued the confirm. And that is such a devastating start for Ikan. And again, Luigi's frame data, it means that focus attacks sometimes is just not worth going for, because if you get that multiple hit, and with Luigi, there are multiple hits in one short hop, you're just going to lose out.
Oh gosh. And this is Luugi with a big, potentially a big stock there from Ikan there. Tatsu not hitting, but yeah, it feels like Luugi maybe setting the pace. No! Oh, Shoryuken out the focus attack. Oh, Luugi. Oh, just Luugi things.
And that's been the thing, right? Right at the start of the set, we had seen Ikan really punishing the single hits. And then Ikan, knowing that Luugi had not been biting, had been letting go of focus early, anticipating that Luugi was going to retreat. Yeah. And I think Luugi just being that next level, saying, actually, you're going to drop it here, and I'm going to get the kill. And even though Ikan has taken that stock, you've still got an entire stock deficit to make. But if you can make it happen with this edge guard or with this ledge trap, you're going to be looking pretty as this set comes to a close.
Yeah, Ikan's mental looking unshakable right now because, of course, that crazy uppy on the focus attack, he was bringing it back. He was bringing it back, Joycey, but it didn't matter. Luugi finishes it off in the way only Luugi, of course, knows how. The classic, the 0 to death, or more or less middle to death. Luugi moves on, grand finals.
Excellent,
Wow.
excellent stuff. You can see Ikan really, the SDI was going crazy on the
Needs a new
controller in
controller
the
after
player
that
cam, but unfortunately not quite enough. Luugi still going through, defending the home turf, sitting pretty in grand finals. I believe the same as this time last year.
Yeah, same story. Once again, no bloom in sight, and as we said, Luugi sitting pretty in grand finals. And Ikan, I think, had won a few game 5s against Bloom, and I think there was another game 5 against Modzai, of course, as well, going into this top 8. And I thought, you know, Ikan showing he can clutch out the big top 8s. Sorry, the big game 5s. But yeah, Luugi had the last lap. But I think we're going back over to B-Little.